Welcome back to the only Tottenham podcast. Ben Bowman, we're in big trouble. Most depressed morning you've had since
my cat died when I was like.
Way to lower the mood, mate.
To be honest, I said this last night. I'm actually not that angry and not that sad today. I think there's something watching Crystal Palace just pop. No, I mean just watching Crystal Palace pop you off the park and just control the game, contain you against 10 men in that second half. I think just does something to you where you're just like, actually,
yeah.
You're sitting there going, oh, at least they're, at least a couple of them are trying, and that it makes you just think that actually, you get to a point of like apathy. You get to a point of apathy where it's like the first half time I was so angry. Like I was so angry with Van der Ven. I was so angry with Vicario for that third goal as well.
Yeah.
But it was like the Arsenal second half where you know you're not getting back in the game and everything just falls quite quiet and you're just like, nah. I just something about being popped off the park like that for 45 minutes. It just makes you just apathy. I
think it's also just a general acceptance. And we should say before we get into this, by the way, we are live on YouTube recording this podcast. We are going to start doing a little bit more of this in terms
Apparently
of maybe
people can't hear us. Some people are saying they're
chatting. They're chatting rubbish, mate.
Apparently I'm
absolute
muted.
Nonsense. No, we're getting trolled in the chat, mate. You're definitely not muted. I can hear you, so
okay.
You're getting trolled anyway. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Obviously, if you are listening on audio platforms, please do rate us 5 stars. Follow the podcast as well. Be greatly appreciated in our time of need. But so we are doing this live. So we're going to be kind of interacting with the chat during this podcast, seeing how this goes. Trying something a little bit new, which is exciting, right? Who doesn't like trying something new? So I guess the first question to start then is what are the percentage chances of Tottenham Hotspur going down?
Well, I was at 50%, I think, before this game. Sorry, I was at 50% before Wednesday, where Nottingham Forest and West Ham picked up results. Yeah. Honestly, I think we're favourites out of these three teams to go down.
I think we're favourites to go down as well.
100%.
By next weekend, if we lose at Anfield, West Ham beat City at home, which I genuinely think is a possibility, and Forest win as well against Fulham at home. Yeah. I think we could end next weekend.
We will be in the bottom three.
In the bottom three, and I don't think these players have the bottle, the hunger, the desire, or the fight to get out of a relegation battle once we're actually in the relegation zone. The only hope, in my opinion, that we had up until this point was that just Forest and West Ham would be worse than us. My percentage chance of Spurs going down now is sat around 55 to 60% chance of going down, and I'll give Forest and West Ham. I'll give Forest a 10% chance. I think Forest are going to be too good to go down. Yeah, and I think I'll give West Ham a 30% chance of going down. I genuinely think we're doomed.
Yeah, Hamdan in the chat said, "Look at Leeds, their fixtures." I think that's one thing that people aren't talking about is Leeds. I think Leeds are as much in this as anybody else, but
of course,
I also think that I just still make us favourites 100%. Stounge 2024 said it's going to be another 5-goal loss at Anfield next week. When, not if, Spurs lose at Anfield. It's you couldn't ask for a worse kind of game coming up, even though Liverpool aren't at their best at the moment.
Yeah,
but it's
we never win at Anfield, no matter what the situation is. So like, it's not like we're heading there and it's Liverpool bad. We sometimes win at Anfield when Liverpool bad. We literally never beat Liverpool at Anfield, no matter what kind of situation they're in. So it's a long day. It is a long day for us, and we're going down. I'm just so resigned to the fact that we're going down now. Like you say, that's probably where a lot of the apathy actually comes from. Is like once you accept something is going to happen, I can't control it. I turned up yesterday. I was there till the end, and I did my part. These players are not doing their part, and I can't see them actually doing their part. I mean, Sousa.soul said in the chat, lads, do you see us turning this around? I said at the start of the season, right, with Frank, I said that, and I want to talk a lot in this podcast about who has actually contributed to this mess, because I think there are a number of different people that have contributed to Spurs being this mess, Frank being one of them. But what I said was, the reason I wanted Frank out in November, December time, when I wanted him out, was purely because I couldn't see any green shoots or any reason to believe that it was going to turn around under Thomas Frank. I can't see any reason to imagine Spurs turning. I can't see any reason on the pitch, a tangible reason as to why we are going to turn this around. other than maybe if we can stay outside of the relegation zone until the March international break and then get a few of our players back, that's the only way I see it, sort of the tide turning in our favour. But outside of that, for West Ham, I see Somerville, Fernandes, an actual proper structure to their team.
Yeah.
All of their squad basically being fully fit.
Players that
Nottingham
have been
Forest
down there before as well, like
Exactly.
Souček, leaders in that team, and Forest are the same.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest, the exact same thing. Anderson, Sangare, Gibbs White in midfield, like good squad depth, a lot of players fit, and at least just the right players playing in the right positions. And so for them two, I see quite a lot of green shoots as to why they could go and turn it around. Whereas for Spurs, I just don't see any right now. I don't see any.
There's
no
no
home
whatsoever.
atmosphere.
No.
Our fixtures like not that bad, but also no fixture is an easy fixture for Spurs right now. We're the worst team in the league, I think, both statistically, on the eye, feeling wise, fight wise. And so I can't cling on to anything at the moment that says we're actually going to get out of this mess. Like I genuinely can't cling on to anything.
I don't see how it turns around. The only green shoots are players like Archie Gray, but it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. Like you've got one player that's playing out of position that is trying his absolute fucking best, but that's not enough for you to hang your hat on. To go like we're going to be fine because we've got players like him. Because the players that are important and should be giving you that experience are either not there at the moment or not doing their job. And Mickey van der Ven is one of those. Like I completely lost my head at Van der Ven last night. It was just like, and do you know what's frustrating? As I think someone said it just before we actually kind of started the podcast about the fact that last night was a little bit better before the red card. And I was like, I mean, the bar is on the floor. I thought it was a tiny bit, and I actually thought Van der Ven was playing quite well. Like defended the channel quite well, was trying to get out. It was better from him, and then he goes and does that. He goes
a couple
and does
of them
that.
runs in the first half, didn't he? Where he like tried to drive with the ball, but
goes and does that, and it's just
brain
like
dead
what
decision. Brain dead.
It was so ridiculous. It was like you might as well just let him score.
Yeah,
because you know it's going to be a red card, or either let him score or hack him down. Because at least if you try and win the ball, it won't be a red card.
Yeah.
And it's a penalty and 1-1, and then you go into half-time. Because, obviously, we then completely imploded off the back of that. I said it as soon as I was shocked, actually, that when they had that goal disallowed for offside, that we didn't go and concede basically straight away. Because that's exactly what happened against Newcastle, where we got away with that offside by a fucking bollock hair, and then they scored straight away anyway. We actually went up the other end and scored. Again, a really good bit of play from Archie Gray to get us into that position. And then 4 minutes later, Van der Ven does that and completely blows the whole thing open. We just absolutely implode. Like, even if we go into half-time at 2-1 down with 10 men,
you got a chance.
You got a chance. You wouldn't see people streaming out in the way that they did last night. And even that, I think, was a bit overblown. Like, I think most of the people were just going to the bars. Like, it was a bit overblown, but people love a story, don't they? It was a bit of a
third goal. Oh my God, Vicario! Even the second goal. I know it goes through his legs, and like it's a decent finish from Strand Larson and stuff, but you probably want your keeper to save that in that position. And also the third goal. How slow he is in reacting to that and then coming out for it. Wharton plays a pass, and you can tell in Wharton's reaction straight away. He knows he's kind of overhit it a little bit. He knows he's misjudged it. He's that good of a passer. You can tell instantly. And yet Sarr still gets there, and Vicario gets absolutely nowhere near it. It's embarrassing goalkeeper. It's embarrassing. And then, to be fair, one thing I will say about Vicario is that there was a group of players at the end that went straight down. João Paulinho was off that pitch in 0.2 seconds yesterday, straight down the tunnel. Didn't have the bullets to come and confront the fans at full time and apologise or whatever, or clap or whatever. There were a group of players that did. Were you
with George at this point?
Yeah.
Because he said to me, he was like, I only stayed at the end because I wanted to see who would actually just like...
Yeah, no, it's literally the same. And it was Vicario came over and apologised to the fans, and I was like, you're shit and I don't like you, but fair enough. Archie Gray came over and apologised to the fans. He's the last player that needed to come over and apologise, and yet he was the one who had the bollocks to stand up and do it. There was Xavi and Gallagher did kind of like a half-assed clap and then went back. Yves Bissouma, as he always does, to be fair to him at the end of the game, came right up close to the fans in the South Stand and walked around and applauded and kind of apologised as well. So fair play to him for doing that. Pap Sarr like kind of came over and almost like sat and crouched by the fans and was like, you could tell he just looked so dejected. So there were some players who actually had the bollocks on them to actually come over and to confront the situation, to confront the angry fans. And to be fair to the fans as well. I mean, me in the South Stand, if Archie Gray's coming over and apologising, I was clapping him. I was like, I'm not. You're not one of the ones I'm angry at. Really, it's kind of it's difficult to know how to react in that
he's
situation.
the least. Yeah,
exactly.
We said it on Monday's pod when we did our hate rankings
Yeah.
for the starting lineup against Fulham.
We're doing that again today, by the way.
Yeah, we'll do it again, guys. Get your 1 to 11 from the starting lineup last night. Hate rankings in the chat.
Yeah,
we could almost do it like live, like power rankings. See if they change week on week.
Let's do
how
it.
much they change.
Actually,
Sorry,
I
there's
haven't
a couple
planned mine.
No, neither. I'll do it off the dome. But there's some chats I want to go to. James10624 in the YouTube chat said, "How's it even a red card? Though he's never getting to the ball. It's definitely a red card.
It's definitely a red.
Yeah, it's 100%.
And also, he is not getting to the ball, which is part of the reason it's so frustrating.
Why he didn't need to do it? Yeah, Vicario was coming out. It's like Sar's not getting there.
I think Mickey van der Ven has seen Liverpool next game. I might want to move there in the summer if I miss their game and sort of, I'll be all pally with them. I might get a box at the game. Get introduced to the fans.
I did say this though on a live stream that I did on my channel earlier in the week that if you could pick for the running basically, a centre back pairing that you felt like could keep Tottenham up.
Danso and Romero.
It's Danso and Romero, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
I think it's Danso and Romero. So I'm not even like it was frustrating for the game.
Yeah.
But going forward, I'm not that bothered.
Yeah,
I'm honestly not that bothered.
I couldn't care less, mate. I honestly couldn't care less about Van der Ven. I can't wait till that bloke leaves the football club. Having the captain's armband on at the moment, he's a disgrace of a captain. He's not a leader in any way, shape, or form.
The only thing he did yesterday that assembled any sense of leadership, which did actually make me laugh and get me on side because I was so fuming at this bloke in the first half, was after the Sar's offside goal went in, he ran like 50 yards up the pitch and started bollocking Mawani.
Yeah,
like just went after him because I think Mawani must have lost the ball. Like,
oh mate, Mawani,
he was dreadful last night. I was just
Jesus
screaming, because it was quite funny because as soon as Van der Ven did that, bear in mind it was only at 1-0, like 25 minutes in.
Yeah,
Richarlison started warming up straight away. So it's just like you can tell that like he's gone to Tudor, get this fucking useless prick off the pitch now.
How genuinely? I think he's been the worst signing of the season in the Premier League. I know he's only on loan. Yeah,
it's not a bad shout. One Premier League goal.
He's got one goal in 20-something games in the Premier League for us. He's absolutely dog shit.
He's started more than people think as well.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he started quite a lot of games for us. Even coming off the bench, he's done nothing. And like in a time where we desperately need players to stand up, this is a bloke who's played in the World Cup final, who like plays for France pretty regularly. Was at PSG. They signed him for 95 million. He could not care less about Tottenham, and that is the problem with a load of those players.
Throw back to like November when we were like, he's got to play.
Yeah, most underrated Spurs player. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you should never listen to us, mate.
No, I think I put him in my Spurs. Chelsea combined 11 on Saturday Social. I think you said he was the most underrated striker player at Tottenham.
Yeah,
around that time.
That is absolutely.
It's a bad one. It's a bad one.
I just saw a comment in the chat saying, "What did you make of first of all Porro being played as a right centre half, and also Porro's crash out when he came off the pitch?"
I don't blame Porro. I think Porro actually gives a shit. Like I think Porro is someone that
does. Yeah.
Like, I'd rather be here than not at the moment. But again, this is like. With Igor Tudor, these are very. I know he's got his hands tied behind his back to an extent with the injuries, but these are fairly simple fixes. Bear in mind, it's not like you've not got a right-sided centre back or not got a right wing back. If you even just swap those two round and had Gray at right wing back, Gray at right centre back, and Porro at right wing back, you're probably getting more out of both players.
Yeah.
In roles that probably suit them more, or you play Paulinho in the back three and move Gray into midfield. Like it's not like you haven't got the options on the bench. These are players in your team where if you were able to move them around in that system and structure, you'd get more out of all of them. It made absolutely no sense because
for sure
you lose Porro's ability to cross the ball. Bear in mind we were playing with two strikers pretty much because I know Mawani and Tell were just playing off Solanke, but say if a ball comes in from the left or a ball comes in from the right, one of them is always going to be joining Solanke in the box as that kind of focal point. And Mawani was coming central like a lot of the time. You've got Archie Gray. Like I know he put the cross in for Solanke, obviously, and he did so well for that goal, for the goal.
Yeah.
But Porro's best attribute is crossing.
Yeah, you play right wing back and Archie Gray right centre back if you're going to do it that way around. Like you obviously do that, and I think he was trying to get somebody in the build up to be able to play through the lines a little bit more, maybe, or even.
Maybe.
I mean, Porro's instruction was clearly to clip the ball into the channels for Dominic Solanke and
which
Mawani
Archie
to
Gray
run
could
onto.
do. Paulinho could do. I could
and also Porro, oh my god, the amount of times he overhit the pass, it was just painful. And I don't necessarily blame him because I don't think that I don't think that his instruction of just being told to smack it into the channels every single time is ever something that's really going to work. But the actual quality of the passing as well was really, really off it. And
Yeah.
it's just, but I don't really blame anyone for being crap at the moment. Like it's just we're such a bad footballing side. We're the worst footballing side I've ever seen from Tottenham Hotspur. In my lifetime, I've never seen us play worse than this ever.
No.
I mean, it's statistically that all backs it up as well. So that's not even just the feeling of it, but that is the feeling I get with it. And yeah, I'm kind of with you on the Porro half crash out. I saw the video from the fan who was sat right behind the dugout, and it was just like, I just think he was frustrated. He was going at Tudor, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I just think that relationship's almost already done with Tudor and Tottenham. Like,
Got to go?
I don't care. I don't care. Like, if he goes, then sick. Who do we get in? Maybe Mason.
I said last night, I was
Would
like...
Mason do any worse?
No. I said
think he would.
sound the Mason alarm. I think it's got
I
to
thought
happen.
about to say Southgate when you were saying that. I was like, okay, there's one bloke I probably wouldn't want then.
No. I mean, I'd probably rather have Gareth Southgate than Tudor at this point, but yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, Ryan Mason, I just think that... I know he obviously failed at West Brom, and I'm not saying that he would definitely keep us up, but I just think that...
At least he loves the club, mate.
At least
That's
he
all
loves
you can
the
ask
club.
for at this stage.
Like, I think probably give a few youngsters a go. Like,
Yeah.
give you at least something you can probably be a bit more proud of.
Yeah,
And I think
I completely
you
agree.
want to see someone that's on the touchline that at least cares, because at the end of the day, Tudor's picking up. Tudor can turn. If Tudor gets sacked this week before the Liverpool game or after Atleti or maybe whatever it is, which I couldn't even give a shit about that Atletico game. I honestly could not care less.
Who cares?
Might do something else.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be... What he'll do is, well, I had 4 games, the whole thing was a mess, I couldn't fix it, and then walk away, and his reputation isn't even really harmed by it whatsoever. He'll get another job managing someone temporarily in Italy, probably do quite well over there because the league's a lot worse, and then he'll be fine again.
Yeah.
Whereas, so he doesn't give a shit. Whereas Ryan Mason actually would care about keeping this club up. I saw a lot of people saying, and they are probably right about Matt Wells, like that whole situation. Like, it'd be interesting to see if they'd have sacked Thomas Frank, kept Matt Wells, or if they'd have sacked Frank earlier before Matt Wells left for Colorado, what that would have done, maybe even as an interim. I don't know.
It's one of those where I think that...
Again, he cares, doesn't he? But
yeah, I think it's one of those where, like, even with Mason, he's not actually a good manager. So it's like, yeah, he cares about the club, and I think that's probably more valuable at this point
right
than it
now,
is.
yeah. Because I think you kind of said it with like the press conference before the game. It's just like with Tudor. I think there were some things that you said were okay, but when you're coming out and almost just continually sort of shitting on the players as well, which, by the way, the players deserve it, but you're the manager, your job is to kind of get them to a point where they feel more confident in themselves, and I don't think that was the right way to go about it, really, in terms of what he was saying. I don't think Mason would do that.
I was literally like, when he was crashing out of the club, I was like, what's the benefit to you doing this right now? We all know the club's in a shit state, mate. We don't need you to come in and tell us that. We've had our last 4 managers tell us that.
Yeah.
We need you to come in and save us from this situation. And unfortunately, Tudor has come in and chose to crash out of the club. And he said the thing about the boats yesterday.
What is it with our managers and fucking vague analogies?
Bro, when I tell you I was on the train...
Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah, when I tell you I was on the train back yesterday, literally doing the lead judges at my phone. Like, fucking hell. When I saw that Tudor comment, literally, he was like, "Oh, the boat's turning in the right direction." That performance made me think the boat's going in the right direction. What fucking do you want us to get relegated then? Because that's the only direction this boat's going in, mate. He's like, people can get on or get off, and it was like, you're playing Conor Gallagher at right wing, mate. Like, let's just pack it in. Let's just call it a day here with your silly analogies, and yeah, get Mason in for the rest of the season. At least he cares about the club. You know what I mean?
I honestly would get.
Sean Dyche.
Someone in the chat, who said it? Stounge 2024. Dyche won at Anfield.
If we sat Tudor, I wouldn't mind Dyche for the last 10 games.
Mate, I can get us out of this, mate.
I wouldn't mind it, but Rory's in the chat.
Saw Gareth Bale on the overlap. Give him a call, player manager.
Rory, I'm not continuing this podcast till you get out of the chat, mate.
Yeah. Listen, Rory's going to come in, but Rory, I think you should just give us a super chat, mate. I think that's what you should do, mate. If you're allowed to talk on the stream, just give us a super chat, mate. No, don't do that.
Saw Gareth Bale on the overlap. Give him a call, player manager.
What about this, right?
He's not very inspiring, Gareth Bale. I love the bloke, but I don't think he's one who's going to get the lads going. You know what I mean?
What about this? Right. James Maddison player manager for the rest of the season. That's George's theory.
Imagine him on the touchline with his little DJI camera.
Yeah.
You're right, guys. So we're just we're 68th minute here. I'm making a sub. Bringing my Archie on.
Say W's in the chat for Archie Gray.
Yeah. I've got Angry Ginger as my assistant. You're right, mate.
Madison and Angry Ginger to keep Spurs up.
Yeah, literally. Oh my days, could you imagine?
Someone
Ben
said
Davies interim. I'd rather Ben Davies interim than bloody Madison. I think probably. Someone just said Amram is the one. Are you off your tits, mate?
What one?
Ruben Amram is the one.
Yeah, what one?
The one to take us down. I mean, anyone would take us down at this point. But
yeah,
should we do our?
Let's do hate rankings.
Let's do our hate rankings. This is going to become a weekly thing until the end of the season. I don't care if it's toxic. I don't care what anybody says in the chart. Okay, we are doing an 11-1 of basically it's like player ratings that like Goldbridge and all that do like. Player ratings, rate them out of 10. Ours is rate them 1 to 11 in terms of. Should we do that instead? Should we do we go through each player and give a number out of 10 as to how much we hate them right now?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's I reckon that's a better way to do it, because then we can keep track of it week to week in terms of what the rating is at.
Yeah. We've got over 400 people in the chat, by the way.
That's crazy. That's crazy. If you are new here, please do subscribe, lads. Yeah. Please do subscribe. We're trying to hit 4,000 subscribers as soon as possible, really. So, also play along in the chat. We are now doing our hate player ratings. God, what is this podcast?
Someone's just put Brian Hill.
So what we'll do, right, is we'll read out the player, and then everybody in the chat has to give a score out of 10 as to how much they despise that player right now, and then me and Ben will give our verdicts, and then we'll discuss it a little bit. Okay.
This isn't toxic. This is just therapy. Someone said include Vinay and Lang. Yeah, and
should we do that?
Tudor as well. Yeah.
Should we do that at the end? We'll do that at the end. We'll do Vinay, Langer and Tudor at the end, all right? So are you going to... I reckon if you noting them down on a little piece of paper here?
I'm writing them down there. Write that down, Si.
Alex in the chat said he subbed. I appreciate that, mate.
Thanks, mate.
If everybody could sub, that'd be amazing to brighten up our days.
Also, if you want, because we usually do 2 podcasts a week. So if you want us to do one of them as a live podcast and one of them just as normal, then let us know.
We can do that. We've got
we can do that. I quite enjoy.
Can you do a little Seb and Ben section, and then can you note down my scores I do as well, please, mate?
No problem, mate. I'm just.
Are you ready for the first
line down the middle? Hold on. Yeah, go for it, mate.
The first player. What a start. Guillermo Vicario.
How much? So 10 is I.
10 is I literally like unspeakable things, and 1 is like.
Love it.
One is I love them.
It's not your fault.
1 is I love them. 10 is like I literally despise you as much as humanly possible.
Well, I did say the other day that I think
and this is in football. This is in football terms as well, lads. We don't know any of these guys as blokes. I'm sure they're all lovely guys, right? But this is as footballers, all right? Just to preface that.
Someone said 100, 3, 11, 9, 10, 9, 88, 69,
Wait.
10. 10.
Go on, then.
Lots of 10s in the chat.
Give your verdict on your rating out of 10 for Guillermo Vicario.
You know how I felt about Vicario for a long time. I never bought into the renaissance when he was saving us.
Sorry, Rory's just said Vicario 1.
I think he said -1, did he? He got -1.
I think that's just a dash to indicate the 1. But
I would say, like, for me, I think he's top of my list. Actually, he might not be now. I'm going to go 9 for Vicario. I cannot.
I'm gonna go 8 for Vicario. I like despise him, and I really, really want him to leave the football club. But I did kind of respect a little bit him coming over and apologising to the fans at the end of the game. If you're talking about ability, like actual ability, and how much I hate watching them, it is a 10. But I think some of the things he does off the pitch, sometimes he doesn't own up to his mistakes fucking ever. He's always berating somebody else when he makes a mistake on the pitch. But I just think the fact he was one of the ones that came over and actually apologised to us yesterday, I would give him an 8. 8.5. 8.5. 8.5.
Right, so we're basically the same. Someone in the chat said pi r squared for Vicario.
Class. Pedro Porro.
His distribution is class, to be fair. Better than Raya, though, someone said. Before we move on to Porro, obviously there was a lot of rumours about this yesterday. What does Kinski do in training not to start over Vicario? There's a lot of rumours that Kinski was going to play. Would you just play Kinski now?
No.
Would you not? Would you have wanted to play Kinski yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, but you wouldn't play Kinski now?
I
know what you mean.
They're both as shit as each other, honestly.
Is the idea of Kinski better than actually playing Kinski in goal?
Yeah,
I think
when Kinski comes in and like costs us in the first game by like having floppy wrists and just pushing one into his own net. I think we'll probably be thinking a little bit differently.
His distribution is better.
His distribution is better, so maybe that's the upside you take. Moving on now to the next player, all right? Get your numbers ready in the chat.
Yeah.
Pedro Porro. How much do you not like Pedro Porro out of 10? One being I love him, 10 being I despise him.
He's like a 3 or 4 out of 10, I think, for me at the moment.
Pick one.
He's just come back from injury. He was so overplayed before he got injured. He was dreadful before that, and I think he actually cares. So I'm going to go for a 3 for Porro.
Fairs.
Someone said 4. Someone said 10. I think that's a bit harsh.
10 for Porro.
That's insane.
I think some people are at 10 with every player though. To be
some
fair,
people also just hate Porro and have done for like a long time. So
yeah, a lot of people are saying 5, 7, 3.
5 out of 10 performance, but I like the attitude. Yeah, he wasn't great. Yeah, he wasn't good. Rory's also said 1.
He's enjoying this way too much. 4, 3, 3. He's kind of bad, but I like him. Passion Merchant. I'm gonna go 4.
Yeah.
My thing with Porro has always been I think he really fronts up when things are going well, and he's at the centre of attention when things are going well, and he's jumping up and down and giving it beans, right? But then I think when it's going badly, he does tend to hide a little bit and throw his toys out the pram sometimes. I think last night was fine. Like he played poorly. Like I thought he was poor last night, but he's also showed I think that he does have a little bit of fight in him, and I do think he will be a player that could get us out of the scrap. And he would be a player that I'd be looking at to start most games between now and the end of the season. So I'll go 4. I don't hate Porro. I just feel like weirdly not really much towards him at the moment.
Also,
he's just kind of.
I've always been quite weird. I've always been quite defensive of Porro. I think because
same.
I think from outside he gets so much flack about being so overrated and he can't defend and all these kind of things. Which look, he hasn't helped himself like massively with his performance.
He's proven right, to be fair, but
yeah, but I also think there is context there that those people don't see about. He plays way too much. Or over the last few years, has played way too much football for Spurs, and
100%.
Again, is a victim
100%.
of our terrible squad planning. George Scaife is here. I'm here showing support. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Cheers, George.
Porro reeks of Real Betis.
He does. He's such a Real Betis footballer.
Yeah, that is a good shout. Him and Lo Celso.
I can picture him in that kit. Right, so we got, so far, an 8.5 and a 9 for Vicario, a 3 and a 4 for Porro.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the next player, if you are new to the chat, we've got 450 people watching right now.
Yeah.
If you are new to this channel, please do hit that subscribe button and make 2 very sorry Spurs fans feel a lot better about ourselves.
Also, let us know if you want us to do the Friday pod as a live. We can lock this in as a regular thing if you want us to do that. I think it's quite fun.
Yeah, Monday pods is just regular pods, and then Friday pods is a little live numbers. We don't mind that. We'd do that 100%. Are you ready for the next player?
Are you ready? Yeah.
No, I don't think this player even deserves to be in this video. He shouldn't be in this list. But get your numbers locked in for Kevin Danso. 1 being you love him, 10 being you despise him. I'm going to go first with this one. My number for Kevin Danso is a 1.5.
I've written down a 1 for me.
1. I'm going
to change mine to 1. No, you know what? I'll go with you because I think there's one player that deserves to be less than him, but it's not a reflection on Danso.
I really like Kevin Danso.
Why is everyone saying 10? What's that all about? Guston. Oh no, it's one person said 10 like 4 times.
Right. Okay.
It can't.
Do you all understand how this works? Who 4?
No, everyone does because they're all saying 1 and 2. So
yeah.
Bad game but lovely guy. Also, we're not just doing this based purely off last night.
Yeah, he wasn't. This isn't based purely off last night. This is just how you're feeling about them in general.
Yeah.
Danso's an absolute warrior. I think Danso cares a lot about the situation. I think he's been good ever since he walked through the door at Spurs. And I think he is so far away from being one of our biggest problems that I think he's in my top 2 or 3 favourite players right now that's actually fit and available in the squad. So he's 1.5 for me.
Lucy Simpson said that she thought we were going to say Van der Ven, so she preloaded the 10. Fair enough. Fair enough.
She wanted to be first with the 10 rating for Van der Ven. That is
10? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that is something I respect big time.
The long throw pisses me off, though. Yeah,
the long throw does piss me off, but it's not his fault.
Second half. No, it's not his fault. But the fact that nobody wants to take any responsibility, but as soon as we get throwing down that side, it's like, where's Kevin Danso?
Literally.
Nobody wants to take any sort of responsibility.
Do you know what was even worse, though? The free kicks. That Javi Simmons free kick where he passed it straight to Klein killed me. At that point, I was checked out. I knew we were losing, so I was cackling in the home end watching that. I was just like that. That sums up our season. Right? That sums up Xavi Simons' last couple of weeks. Absolutely shite. But we'll get on to him.
Will Hester. Will just said he looked quality at the Peaky Blinders premiere. Wait, who are you talking about?
Danso.
Danso.
He looked quality in the Peaky Blinders premiere. I think this might be Will's. I think Will might be getting cancelled here.
What's he on about? What's that all about?
What's that all about?
Have we even... Gary THFC said, have we even had a chance created from a long throw, let alone a goal?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We've got 467 viewers right now. Get it, fuck off, mate. Don't ever do that again. For audio listeners, he was, you know what he was doing.
I've got to make myself feel better.
Are you ready for the next player? Get your numbers ready in the chat. The next player is a big one.
Apparently, Dan was there as a guest. Sorry, he was there as a guest. So Will's
right.
He posted on Insta.
Right, you saved yourself there, Will. The next player, right? Mickey Van de Ven.
10.
What is your hatred ranking towards that man right now? 1 being I love him, 10 being I despise him. Get your numbers in the chat. 10.
10.
It's a 10 for me right now.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a 10.
7.
He's cost us last night. He's been a disgrace to the captain's armband over the past couple of weeks. He's been terrible pretty much ever since November or December kind of time. He's 6'3". He can't defend his box. He's proved himself to be an absolute liability this season. He's proved he doesn't care. He proved he thinks he's better than the football club. Mickey van der Ven is one of my least favourite players in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt right now. And if he left in the summer, and this is how he left and we got relegated, he'd be one of my least favourite Spurs players ever. I don't give a shit that he cleared it off the line in Bilbao. Couldn't care less, mate.
It's crazy how this has happened with him.
I know. The amount of luck he had before this season.
Exactly. And even this season at points. But I remember, early in the season, the Everton game where Romero wasn't there, he stepped up as captain, scored a brace, and you know, looking like he really cares and is playing for the badge and all that. It's just that's all of it's gone with him. It's all gone.
By the way, there's some people who have Mickey van der Ven tattooed on their bodies because of that Europa League final. I just want to take a moment for those people. That's crazy.
Oh no!
Lucy Simpson said would be working in a fish and chip shop if he wasn't quick. You're probably not far off.
Did you see that video of Filthy Fellas where the guy was saying about how overrated he was?
Yeah.
And basically said that if he was, it's because he's white and fast. That's why people think he's insane.
Yeah, genuinely.
Yeah,
but I hear it. I do hear it.
It's so funny, man.
Yeah, I think it's 10s all round for Mickey.
Jack Doyle said 9.5, saved from a 10 because he's one of the few players capable of dragging us through the situation between now and May. Yeah, and that's what makes it frustrating is that he is capable and he's just not doing it.
Yeah, that's what makes me hate him more.
Exactly, yeah, that's why he's there.
Shut up, Jack. Give him a 10, mate.
Rory talks Arsenal, Mickey van der Ven, 0.5. Shut up, Rory.
Rory, why don't you fucking get on with your day, mate? Why are you here?
You're playing in the FA Cup. You've not got a stream to do.
You're winning a league title and you're sat here watching the only Tottenham podcast
and
apparently Spurs
fans
get
are obsessed with Arsenal.
Yeah, get a life, mate. Honest to God.
It is quite sad how everybody we're just we've always been the butt of the joke, Spurs, but I'm not like this.
Sorry, somebody just said in the chat. Jonathan Lewis has just said, "Pace and body merchant." What does body merchant mean? Does that just
also,
mean
you don't got
physical merchant?
You not got a shop to run, John.
Yeah.
You not got a chain of.
John Lewis. Oh, that's good, mate. I like that.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Right, yeah.
Are we ready for our next player, Mickey van der Ven? If you don't rate him a 10 right now, what are you doing?
I think everyone has. I think everyone has.
I think this is going to be. Someone just said Rory's a bellend in the chat. Everybody liked that comment. Everybody liked that comment.
Yeah.
Normally I'd say
Rory's a bellend.
Normally I'd say, look, I know Rory now, top bloke, very nice bloke, but today you're absolutely allowed to call him that.
Yeah. Old man said the limit does not exist with Van der Ven.
Rory just supporting my mates. I know right now you've got a little smirk, little giggle on your face now.
He's like the walking Henri gif, he's just like that with his lip. That was good.
Thanks, mate. Are you ready?
Yeah.
With Archie Gray.
0.
As the next player. Get your numbers in the chat for Archie
Minus
Gray.
10.
Minus 10.
I'm going.
The lowest you can go is a 0.
Okay,
Zero is like I love him as much as my family right now, and I think I'm pretty much there with Archie Gray.
I'm sticking with minus 10. I don't care about your rules.
All right, you go minus 10, mate. Then I'll go 0. I'll stick to my rules.
If we stay in the championship, if we're in the championship next year, he should be the captain, 100%.
Sorry, Gary said, "Can Rory be the next person we rate?"
Yeah, get your ratings for Rory Talks Arsenal in the chat.
No, we're not doing that.
Yes, we are.
Stick to Archie Gray.
Apparently, BBC Sport have said Spurs have no plans to change manager for a second time this season.
Sorry, someone said 7 for Archie Gray.
They can't be a Spurs fan. They can't be a Spurs fan.
Are you mental?
Will said build him a statue. Where do you want your statue, Archie Gray?
Facts. Absolute facts, mate.
Imagine if Archie Gray scores the goal that keeps us up.
Oh,
he must be, in terms of goal contributions, he's the only... He's got back-to-back assists against Fulham and Palace. He scored against Newcastle.
3 in the last 4, mate.
He's on fire.
Did he score against Bournemouth?
No. That was telling Paulinho's bicycle kick.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. All right, then.
6, he's bang average.
No,
but how can you hate Archie Gray? I don't understand. We were talking about this last night about Sean, who I go Spurs with, who you've met. He was saying there's some people like in his group chat, Spurs group chat, they're just like, he's rubbish, can't stand him, waste him. I'm like, what?
5, he has a punchable face.
Leave him alone. He does not have a punchable face.
What are we doing here? You can't have been watching Spurs in the last couple of weeks and think that Archie Gray is bang average, because he's literally the only one who's actually produced any sort of quality.
Archie Gray's our best player. I mean, that says more about Tottenham than it does about Archie Gray. But
he's a 19-year-old kid who's been played at centre half, right wing back, right back, left back, central midfield, 6, 8, 10, right wing, fucking in goal as well.
Basically
he's been played
anywhere but his actual
everywhere.
Position.
And he's 19 and he's still performing like this at this point. It's just mental.
Someone said, let's just sign Harry Gray and play a double pivot of the two. I think Harry Gray's a forward, isn't he?
He's a striker.
Yeah.
So that probably wouldn't go well. I mean, if we're going down anyway, you might as well, you know what I mean? Right, are we ready? Are we ready for the next player?
Sousa.
The next player in the chat is not Sousa.
Oh.
The next player is not Sousa. Hold your flipping horses, mate.
Why? We've done Vicario, Gray, Porro, Danto, Van der Ven.
No, I'm going across the midfield right now. So,
how
about you? How about you shush and pay my series a little bit of respect? How about that? Are we ready?
Yeah.
João Paulinho is the next player. Get your numbers in the chat for João Paulinho. 1 is you love him. 10 is you despise him. Get your numbers in the chat for João Paulinho right now. Ben?
Infinity. What? No hate. He's just average. Oh no, that's
infinity
Archie Gray.
And beyond. What's your rating for João Paulinho?
I'd probably say... Do you know what? I actually thought he was okay last night for points in the first half. But again, the bar is so low.
I thought he was crap. A couple of slide tackles. He had that one slide tackle on the touchline. Yeah. And he gave it a bit to the crowd, and I was like, this is...
I'm going to go 7. I'm going to lock in a 7.5.
Yeah. I'm going 8 for João Paulinho. I really don't like him. And again, the reason he's higher for me now is because João Paulinho was the first one off the pitch down the tunnel yesterday, not applauding the fans. I'm giving him an 8. And he's painful to watch play football. Yes, he slide tackles a couple of times a game. Yes, he's a bit of a passion merchant at points. He stunk. He's stunk, and he's part of the reason we're going down. And to be honest with you, it's even more embarrassing when you are supposed to be a footballer that Bayern Munich signed, when you're supposed to be a footballer that actually has that level in them and has been so good for Fulham in the past, and you are stinking up the gaff in this way at Tottenham. It's 8 for me.
Paulinho 8 for me. 0. Love the celebration versus Wolves.
Yeah.
Jack Doyle's right.
Do you know what? That was the moment when I thought we were going to go down. When João Paulinho took his top off against Wolves, I was like, the mentality in this squad is absolutely disgusting.
Do you reckon he'll do it if we get a last-minute equaliser at Molineux in a few weeks?
Well, if it's to keep us up, then I'll take his top off for him, mate. Yeah, I'll take his shorts off.
The old heads loving him, says Jack Doyle, makes me have an irrational hatred for him. I do agree with that.
Yeah. It makes him more... It's the same with Gallagher. Like, they love him so much for absolutely no reason.
Gallagher was absolutely dreadful last night.
Well, we'll get onto him, mate. Don't you worry about that. We'll get onto him. So we're locking in a 7 and a 7.5 and an 8 for João Paulinho.
We've got too many gooners in the chat revelling on this. Walladino's here. He said how Marco Silva made him into a semi-decent player. I mean, the Premier League, even then, like, that was, 4 years ago? And I think when you're playing for, like, a mid-table team like that...
That's fair. He was in the Prem, like, 22, 23.
23, 24 was his final. No,
23, 24.
22, 23.
Nah, 23, 24 was his final.
Oh, yeah, because he scored that goal against Arsenal at the Emirates that year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Not that I remember that, because absolutely... Yeah. He wins that. He wins that
Anyway.
ball. He wins that ball so much.
Yeah, he does. He does win that ball so much. That old bloke would love him if he was a Spurs fan.
You look emotional, mate.
That's one of my favourite clips of all time.
That's me talking about Archie Gray. That's your dad talking about João Paulinho.
And Conor Gallagher.
Not your dad, but generally, your dad.
Yeah.
That's your dad speaking about João Paulinho and Conor Gallagher.
What's that got to do with it?
That's me talking about Matty's tail as well.
Yeah, class. Right. Are we ready with the next player?
Yeah.
Are we ready with the next player? The next player, my boy, Pat Matassar. Get your rankings in the chat right now between 1 and 10. 1 being I love him, 10 being I despise him. Pat Matassar. And if anybody says 10, I will probably block you from the channel forever.
I'm going to lock in a solid 2.5, I think, for Sarr.
I'm locking in a 2 for Sarr. I don't hate Sarr in the slightest, with no bone in my body. I really, really do like Pat Matassar.
Yeah.
I thought he was poor yesterday, but again, like...
What did he get booked for, by the way? Was it moaning at the ref?
Dissent. Yeah.
That referee. Can we talk about the referee yesterday? Can we get him a rating in the chat as well? 5 minutes added time at the end of the game, despite the fact he went off for a shit for 5 minutes.
I know, mental.
And I think he did go for a shit as well.
By the way, why have referees been going for shit so often in the Premier League this season? That's actually a question that needs answering.
Maybe they've all been on a night out together and they're all caught something.
It's a conspiracy, mate. It's actually a conspiracy. The referees are going for shits every week.
Can I just say, can we just pull up my tweet from yesterday morning?
Go on.
Where I said that... hold on. I said... This was March the 5th, 10:26 a.m. You know we're giving away a penalty away tonight. You know we're giving away a penalty tonight for some sort of holding or pushing in the box, don't you?
How many likes did that do?
4.7 thousand.
Jesus, man. Jesus.
Quoted
That's
it
mental.
at 9:09 saying, of course, completely brain dead, but of course.
The Oracle, Ben Bowman.
Strike again.
Yeah, well, there you go. Pat Matassar for me, 2. I love Sarr. And
People
I think
are saying
again,
9, but I think this is for the referee. What?
Yeah, for the referee, yeah. The referee gets a 10. Absolutely gets a 10 for me.
Yeah. Jack Doyle said Sarr's development has been so badly managed, starts every season so well, then randomly gets ostracised around October, November. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. He was one of our most important players at the start of the season. We did the classic around this time of year. For Zach's podcast yesterday, we back at our pre-season predictions, which obviously didn't go well.
Oh God!
I said Tottenham 5th. I did say that Brentford were going to stay up and Wolves were going to go down, and none of them said that. But I also said breakout star. I don't think I said him. I think I said Esteval. I said Pap Sarr. Off the back of like pre-season and like the first few games, a breakout star in the Premier League, Pat Matassar.
It sounds so ridiculous now, but I heard it at the time.
It's not ridiculous to say that. It's not ridiculous to say that.
Mate, honestly, I heard that at the time. So, move on from Pat Matassar. We've got 4 players left to do. Sousa.
Yeah, I mean,
what did you actually think about Sousa's debut yesterday? What did you think of his first 40 minutes?
He looked a little bit like a fish out of water at times, but he was showing for the ball. He wanted to get on it. Like he wasn't hiding. Obviously, he absolutely clattered Munoz for that foul. That was a bad tackle. That
that was a bad tackle.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard really to sort of to judge him that much. I think he looked a little bit like a fish out of water, a little bit like a player making his first start in the Premier League. But I don't think he was hiding at all, really. So
no, yeah. For me, I can't bring myself to even give Sousa a rating.
No.
I don't.
Yeah, he gets an X.
I think. He gets an X for now because he's played. Literally, that was his debut yesterday. And he got hooked after 40 minutes because of a red card. Like, how do you even judge a player like that? And I don't have any sort of feelings towards him right now. So
Alex has summed it up quite well. He was brave but clumsy. Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
He's a teenager, isn't he? He seemed a little out of his depth, but he was not hiding. Yeah, people saying pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. So there you go. Right. By the way, that geezer spamming Rory Talks is sexy in the chat. First of all, he's definitely not. Second of all, can you please stop spamming that? Thank you very much.
I actually disagree. I can't even see that. Why can't I see that in the chat?
It's from...
I actually also don't stop spamming it. I agree. The quarter zip and the Chelsea boots will never not. I'm like a city. I'm like a girl that works in the city. I can't say no to a quarter zip and a Chelsea boot.
Final boss, mate. The next player if you get your ratings ready in the chat, the next player is Randall Kolo Muani. Oh, God.
Oh, brother.
That Arsenal game aside, where he got, like, the smallest bit of credit in the bank from that, outside of that...
8. Maybe higher. 8.5, I'm going. 10, he's genuinely buns. What does he even do? He just fucks us over.
I'm going 7 because he's not here permanently, so I don't know how much I can...
I've always felt very indifferent towards Moani anyway.
Yeah, I just don't care about him. He's
but
crap.
Yesterday, he was terrible.
Yeah, he is terrible. Like, it's so funny how...
World
it's so
Cup
funny
winner, by the way.
in...
He's literally not.
Huh?
Someone said World Cup winner, by the way. He's literally not.
He's not won a World Cup. In fact, he was the fucking sole reason they didn't win the World Cup, mate. So.
Someone said one word, pure class.
Yeah. Do you think...
Sick reference, bro. Reference, bro.
Thanks, Akin Fenwa. I think that... I hope Conor Moani has many sleepless nights about that World Cup final miss still. I also think that I don't think he's properly smiled since he's been at Spurs. I still think he's not over that missing the World Cup final. I don't blame him, to be honest.
So we were the ones that decided to take a chance on him. Brilliant.
Of course we did.
Even though it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, 7 for me with Conor Moani. Like,
How did he start over?
I don't
James
like
said,
him
how
at
does he
all,
start over Richarlison? I think, hopefully, you'd only imagine that it was a fitness thing with Richie.
Yeah.
Will said, to be fair, he's a quality finisher in the changing room, but Saliba only filmed him once.
Also, just wasn't him. It's so funny how people are just... No, that was not Kolo Muani.
Oh. To be fair, I've never seen the video, so I don't know.
Have you actually always thought that was Kolo Muani?
No, I only thought it because people started saying it. I didn't know that was... No.
You didn't know that video was a thing?
No, I knew it was a thing. I remember it from back in the day, like when it first came out.
Back in there.
Obviously, back in there, down pit. That may well be next season, fucking Rotherham away. Like, I remember the video coming out at the time, yeah, but obviously I didn't know who Kolo Muani probably even was at that point.
Yeah.
But I think I just started thinking it because then people just started saying it when we signed Kolo Muani.
Nah, so bro, it's like some like under 20s Monaco player that has literally gone on to do absolutely nothing with his career.
Bit like Kolo Muani then. Jesse, I have seen the video. Yeah, I did see the video, but I saw it at the time. I've not seen it since. I don't think.
Yeah. So knowing that the video was 2 hours long.
Yeah. Why did he keep repeating on my phone? I don't really get that.
Yeah, it's so weird. It just kept going.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matisse Tell up next.
0. Actually, no. What did I put Archie Gray? I put Archie Gray -10. Yeah, Tell's in the same. I don't hate either.
I love
of them.
Tell.
Archie Gray will be slightly less than Gray for me, but as in like loved Gray slightly more, but they're very similar. So I'll just say 0. Tell 0, Gray -10. Again, Tell yesterday, the only one from an attacking point of view that looked like making anything happen. Forced that sort of save from Henderson where he spilt it. The corner comes from him again, cutting inside and having a shot that was blocked around for a corner. When he picks the ball up, he looks bright, he looks brave.
Yeah.
But that is exactly what you're crying out for now. He absolutely has to be playing every single possible minute for Spurs. Otherwise, we do not literally look like doing anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, 1 for me for Tell. Just did annoy me how he gave the ball away yesterday for the goal.
Yeah, also Sarr was just like not paying any attention, was he? He was in like...
I know, yeah.
But it was Tell's fault. It was Tell's fault.
Yeah, but look, I would not hold that against him. He was one of the only
Tell
ones
would
that
start for
trying.
Arsenal, but we ain't ready for that conversation. It's not ridiculous to say that.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
Sorry, what did you put for Tell?
1.
0. 1. And what did you put for Kolo Muani?
Sky Sports have a super boost right now for Spurs to win 0 more Premier League games this season. Class. Cheers, Sky.
Cheers, lads.
I put for Kolo Muani, I put a 7.
That's worth
7 for Kolo Muani
for me, surely, isn't it?
I'll stick £1,000 on that.
I genuinely don't see
gamble
how.
responsibly, guys.
I don't see how we win another game this season. I see
how we do it.
Is we'll win once we're already down. We'll beat Everton on the final day. Chelsea will relegate us and we'll beat Everton on the final day. That is what will happen.
At least we'll get a good send-off, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, God, if that happened then, Jesus Christ, man. But, yeah. And finally, Dominic Solanke to round off the ratings for last night. I'm going
3.
2 for me, for Dominic Solanke. I don't hate the bloke at all.
No, good finish last night. Good goal. But
Yeah, it was a nice goal.
he was unlucky as well, that one from the throw-in that he made out of nothing.
Yeah. I thought that was
really
the
good
moment
goal.
we got back into it as well, which was frustrating. But come on, get it out of the net. That would have been. Do you know what though? Richarlison should have come on earlier because Richarlison is the most pick the ball out of the back of the net striker you've ever seen, and he would have definitely got one back last night.
And it was a 2-goal deficit as well. And it was a 2-goal deficit, which is the master. He's the masterful.
But
500 viewers now. Come on, lads.
Wow,
legends.
If you are new to the channel, if you have not seen our faces before, if you've not seen the Only Tottenham podcast before, please do subscribe if you are in the chat. We are on the road to 4,000 subscribers. Sorry, don't get ahead of yourself, you know what I mean? But please do subscribe in the chat and also like the stream. This video will also be coming out as a full podcast on both YouTube and audio platforms as well. So if you can't stick around for the whole live stream, you'll have it as a recorded video to watch afterwards.
We've literally just hit 3,500 subs.
Jeez, that's gold. That is very
now
nice.
3,502.
Oh, wow.
Can we do the subs? Someone said. Yeah, let's go for the subs.
Let's do it.
So Javi.
God.
I've defended that bloke a lot, but Jesus Christ, he's not helping himself at the moment. Probably go for a 7.
7, right. Nah, I don't hate him more than Conor Moani. 6. Like, Xavi's crept up from like a 2 to a 6 recently for me, I'd say.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll go 6.5. I'll lower it a little bit.
Yeah.
Richarlison, 2.
Yeah, like, I'm going to go like 3 for Richarlison because his injuries have pissed me off for years now.
Yeah, good point. 2.5.
2.5 for Richarlison for me. Sorry, 3. And then Yves Bissouma.
Still like a 6.
Yeah,
it's actually going down.
I'd say 5 for Bissouma for me.
Okay.
Like, his antics over the years have really, really annoyed me, and I have such little sympathy for him left. But again, was one of the ones who came over to the fans at the end of the game yesterday. So,
yeah,
you know, I don't hate him as much as others for sure.
I always feel like with Bissouma, like a little bit. It just feels like a bit performative to me. Like,
yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah. And then Conor Gallagher, 10. He's a 10. Gallagher is a fucking 10.5 for me. Get him out.
I think he's the same as Vicario for me, so I'm going to go for a 9.
I've never disliked the player more than Conor Gallagher.
What, people spamming in the chat, does Ben even clean his cheese? Tell me.
Does Ben even clean his cheese? That's disgusting.
And no, obviously not.
Cormac O'Neill,
can you
please stop spamming that?
Yeah, it's a family.
That's making me feel a little bit.
That's a bit disgusting.
Making me feel a little bit sick.
I'm a very clean guy. Of course I do.
The other conversation I wanted to have with you was Igor Tudor. What are you feeling about the Igor Tudor situation in terms of would you sack him? Would you care if he gets sacked?
Not really, no. Yeah, I think I would probably.
If you had to make a final decision on it now, would you sack him?
I'd
yes
sack him
or no?
and go get Ryan Mason. That is how I feel at this point right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Mason is the answer, but it should.
3 games.
It's like in the office, it's like go and get the guitar, go and get Ryan Mason. Yeah. It's like I think that you made the point on the podcast the other day in the sense that he's come in to be a firefighter at places before, but shown that he hasn't got the mettle to kind of turn it around, and we're already in that sticky situation. So what's the point? You might as well go and get someone now that actually cares about the club and wants to get us out of this, even if he doesn't. I'd rather him wanted. So I would personally sack him right now and go and get Mason. Let's put that. I'm going to put that as a poll in the chat right now. I'm going to put that as a poll right now.
Also, the final thing I kind of wanted to do before we end the pod, is I've got, or I had, seems to have disappeared for some reason.
Here we go. Poll is live in the chat. Also, if you're listening to this on audio, let us know in the comments. And if you're watching this back, let us know in the comments too. Would you sack Tudor and get Mason? And if you wouldn't get Mason, but would sack him, let us know who you'd want to go and get.
I've literally just gone on Twitter and it says, new from BBC Sport, Tottenham have no immediate plans to change their manager for the rest of this season.
Someone put that in the chat earlier.
Yeah. I wanted to find quickly.
Someone said, Ali McDonald said, what manager would you want in the Championship? Probably Kieran McKenna.
Yeah, I'll be up for McKenna. I would be up for McKenna.
Liquid football, young players.
I wouldn't mind that at all. But other than that,
For me, one more loss equals sack, says Bibele.
Well, I think if he loses to Liverpool and then loses to Forest, he's guaranteed gone. And you roll the dice one more time in the final international break.
That's 7 league losses in a row.
Yeah, and at that point we'd have 7 league games until the end of the season. You can get a new manager in for 7 games and make still a little bit of a difference, hopefully.
John Pork Sigma 6-7 is getting banned.
John Pork Sigma 6-7. What on earth?
He's going in timeout for 30 minutes.
What in the fucking brain rot is that name? The last thing I wanted to do, I wanted to go through the final fixtures for the 4 teams in the relegation battle: West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Tottenham, and Leeds. I want to give quick fire predictions for all of those, because when you actually look at the fixtures, first of all, have you seen the fixtures, the final 10 games?
Yeah, so it's Liverpool, it's Forest, it's then what's the first game back after the international break? Wolves.
Liverpool, Forest, Sunderland away, Brighton at home, Wolves away, Villa away, Leeds at home, Chelsea away, Everton at home. So let's predict those games for Tottenham and see how many more points we are predicting that we will get for the rest of this season. Okay.
Oh God.
Liverpool away.
Loss.
Yeah, I'm going to 3-1 loss. Spurs get 0 points from that game. Now the big one, Nottingham Forest at home before the international break.
Honestly, loss.
I think we lose that as well. I genuinely do think we lose that. Maybe we fight a draw. I'm going to go draw. I'm going to go draw 1-1.
In case you were wondering, our percentage chance of relegation on the Opta analyst has gone up from 4% to 16% in the last 2 games.
Still low. Why is it that low still?
I think it's just because of Forest. They've got us finishing on bang on 40 points and West Ham on 37.
They think we're getting 3 wins and 2 draws.
Yeah, I'd love to know where they're coming from.
Yeah, that's mental. Okay, Sunderland away. So currently we've got 1 point.
Yeah.
Sunderland away, first game back after the international break. Got a lot of our players back.
Draw.
Loss for me.
Crikey.
I think Sunderland will be up for getting us relegated. I'm going to go loss.
This
and
is
they're
the
good
thing.
at home.
This is the problem.
Xhaka is their captain.
Oh, God.
Xhaka will be bang up for getting us
Need a
relegated.
palliative reducer on him minute 1. I think this is the problem we're going to have now, and it's going to carry on into the Championship as well, is that every team is going to want to beat us.
100%.
Every team is going to want to beat us.
Yeah, that is a problem. Brighton at home.
Win. We've got to get a win somewhere.
Why does it sound so ridiculous to predict us to win a game of football now? That sounds so outrageous to do.
I know.
I'm going to draw in that game as well. So 2 points so far for me. Wolves away.
What did I have? 4 points.
You got 4 points now. No, you got 5 points because you went Forest and Sunderland draws and then Brighton win. Mate, you've got us unbeaten in 3 right now.
All right, take the Forest one off. So put that as a loss.
Yeah, mate, back
fine,
it. Why not?
Fine.
So you got us getting 5 points in our next 4 games, and I've got us getting 2 points.
Yeah.
Wolves away. This is my first win. I think we go and beat Wolves. I don't care how they've been playing recently. I think with a slightly fit squad again, with Kudus back, with Bergvall back, with other players back, I think we beat Wolves away from home.
I'm going to go for a draw against Wolves.
I think Wolves will pick up a few bad results in their next couple of games, be
burst.
fully out of it.
The bubble will burst. Yeah, soon.
So yeah, I think we beat Wolves. So I'm on 5 and you're on...
Also, you've got to remember, guys, is that there has to be some sort of optimism in this. Otherwise, what's the point? So I've got draw. So I'm on 6 points from our next 4 games.
You're on 6 points and we're unbeaten in 4.
It's like when you're predicting, you're not then thinking about the next game.
Yeah, I know. Villa away. Now, you said to me last night that you think
This was
we
before
get a
the
point
game.
against
This
Villa
was
away.
before the game last night, yeah. I'll stick to that.
Do we go unbeaten in 5 for Ben Bowman?
Yeah, I'll stick with what I said on the video with Fuad. For a laugh, let's say we take points off Villa and derail their Champions League and help us out. I'm going to go a draw at Villa Park, a spirited draw at Villa Park.
So you're on 7 points.
Yeah.
I'm going loss at Villa Park. I think they'll be fighting for Champions League. They'll have a couple of their... I think Tielemans and Kamara potentially back by then, so I think we could be cooked. And then... So you're unbeaten in 5 with 7 points, and I'm on 5 points. Leeds at home.
Draw.
We're just not losing another game, according to Ben. According to Ben, just not losing ever again.
I said we'd lose to Liverpool.
I think we'll beat Leeds at home.
Oh, you were the one that's saying. Are you giving shit to me?
Yeah, but
you think we're going to beat him?
I've got 2 wins and 2 draws.
What have I got?
You've got 6 draws and a win. Drawing every single game right now.
No, I said we'd lose to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's that. So you got loss. No, sorry, you got loss, 5 draws and a win.
Okay.
And we're unbeaten in 6 right now in your predictions.
Why not?
Tottenham Hotspur. Why not? And then Stamford Bridge, Chelsea away.
Loss.
And then Everton at home on the final day.
Draw.
All right, so
I've got 2 losses, 6 draws, 1 win.
So yeah, you've got 9 points.
Oh my God.
You've got 9 points. So that means we would end on 38 points. Would that be enough?
Well, according to Opta, West Ham are getting 37. We are staying up.
We are staying up. And I've got Everton. So I've got draw there, win there. So that's already 7 points. And I've got draw. I've got us getting 8 points till the end of the season. So I'm on
37.
So I'm on what does that put us on? 37 points. 37 points. We're going down. I was actually fairly optimistic in those as well, and we're going down. Oh my God. Okay, West Ham, right? I think West Ham are the ones that we should talk about through their fixtures, right? City at home at the weekend.
Next weekend, I think they'll draw. I think they'll get a point.
So they get a point. Villa away.
Get a point.
Wolves at home.
They'll win that.
Palace away.
Lose. Don't know.
Everton at home.
Everton are going for you. Loss.
Brentford away.
Draw.
Arsenal at home.
Loss.
Newcastle away.
Draw.
Okay, so you got draw, win.
They got Leeds last game of the season.
Draw, win, draw. So they've got, currently in your estimation, they've got 6 points. So Leeds at home on the final day.
Oh. Draw.
Okay, so we're staying up, if your predictions are true.
Okay.
For me, I'll go City at home. I think they'll get a draw as well. Villa away, I think they'll lose. I think they'll beat Wolves at home.
Villa
I think
are crap at the moment, though.
I know, but I think they'll beat them. Wolves at home, I think they'll beat. Palace away, I think they'll beat. Everton at home, I think they'll get a draw. Brentford away, I think they'll lose. Arsenal at home, I think they'll lose. Newcastle away, I think they'll get a draw. And Leeds at home, I think they'll beat. So West Ham finish above us, in my estimation.
The only thing is, though, what you said about, obviously, if they beat Leeds, I think Leeds could get really dragged into this as well, though.
Should we do Leeds' fixtures quickly?
Yeah, go on then.
Sunderland at home.
They've already lost that.
They just played them, sorry. Palace away.
Draw.
Brentford at home.
Loss.
Ooh. United away.
Brentford are better away from home than home at the moment, I feel like.
Yeah.
United away.
Yeah.
Loss.
Wolves at home.
Win.
Bournemouth away.
Draw.
Burnley at home. They'll win that.
They'll win that, yeah.
Spurs away.
What did I say? I said draw, didn't I?
Yeah. Brighton at home.
Draw.
I think Leeds brutalised Brighton at home, especially second to last game.
Leeds haven't been getting results recently, though, have they?
I think we're going to down. Fuck. Oh, God. I'll just convince myself even further.
Yeah, I think my predictions had us staying up, but I'm not sure how much I believe that.
God. Well,
God.
Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Ended that on such a depressing note.
Oh, God.
That's actually dark. That's actually dark when you look at it. Jesus
when you look
Christ.
at it like that, it's not.
It is not good.
It's
All
not
right,
funny either, but it's just not.
No.
It's just not good.
Right. that is going to be the end of the podcast. If you are in the chat, we've still got 440 people in the chat. If you are in the chat and you have not subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. The only Tottenham podcast is going to the moon when Tottenham Hotspur stay up. So
it's going down.
It's going, Championship podcast next season. So if you're interested in that, lads, please do subscribe. And so, we will be back on Monday with another podcast. Monday or Tuesday. We might be getting a guest on for that one, potentially, talking about potential championship stuff. So, we'll sort out that podcast. We'll be back on Monday or Tuesday. Hope you have a decent afternoon, lads. If you are a Spurs fan, take some time to yourself. Have a little mental reset tonight. Watch a movie, eat some shit food that you enjoy. Spend it with your missus, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever it is, your mates, and just forget about the football this weekend.
What are you doing tonight?
We're not playing. I'm sticking on a movie, having a bath, chilling with Hannah, and
nice.
I'm going to be nice. I'm just going to be forgetting all about the football, and we will see you in the next ones, lads. Subscribe to the channel, 5 stars on podcast, follow the podcast on Spotify as well, and we will see you in the next one. Adios.
Bye.